Yeah, we also want all the people who are in town to cover the Stanley Cup to see Denver at its best, see that blue sky, because now we're just over 24 hours away from puck drop for the finals. The Avalanche and Lightning were at Ball Arena today doing the only thing that could possibly be more fun than playing in the Stanley Cup Final. And that is, of course, answering hundreds of questions from media members who've come from literally everywhere in the world.
Oh, that's fun.
That's the best part.
That's F-U-N fun.
I think that's
like really fun.
Why players want to get here, so they can be interviewed about everything.
They dream about that opportunity. 9 News sports reporter Arielle Orsuto is at Ball Arena, and she's been with the team all morning. Arielle, they like you.
I hope they like me. And so you two joke, but I'll be honest, I'm a sucker for events like that, when everybody's just lined up, just peppering questions left and right. And you get such great answers, especially from guys who are usually so stoic, and they're usually just, game first, hockey first. And finally, they're just there to just kind of loosen up a little bit. I mean, just take a look at this. First of all, the Stanley Cup was there. Lord Stanley Cup on display today. They finally got to look at it, except a lot of guys were trying to avert their eyes. They didn't want to actually, be blinded by the lights. But all the questions just coming right at them, like even ones like who would make the best player turn GM, or like Joe Sakic. That question was a little dodgy, but we did even hear from the GM himself. Here's Joe Sakic.
Once you hit game day, now you're just preparing and get ready for the game, and obviously you're so excited. You're in the spotlight. You're playing for a Stanley Cup championship, and to be honest with you, you have a lot of butterflies. But once you get into the game and get a couple shifts out of the way, now you're just playing hockey, and you just focus on trying to do your part to help the team win.
If you're in a position like that, you've been through it before. If guys ask for advice, then you might give it, but at the end of the day, you want them to go through it, experience that as a whole, as a team or whether as an individual. So things have obviously changed a lot since then, but it's cool when you have people in management like that have experienced stuff that we as a team are going through right now, that's for sure.
Joe Sakic now playing the spectator 21 years after raising the cup himself, after the second time raising the cup. But, he's kind of like the mother goose. Everyone's kind of flocking to him, asking him all the questions, trying to get all of the information from him. Whether they say they're leaning on him or not, they definitely are leaning on some of that leadership, someone that's been there before, Tom and Kim.
Yeah, and I just remember back in his playing days, he was always referred to as a mother goose. That was a very, well,
always.
I know what you mean.
What's the superstar? I mean, just remember, it was like Joe Sakic was just, that was it.
Well, yeah, on his way to the Hall of
Fame. And on his way to the Hall of Fame, and now to see him as GM. I mean, it's a good thing that you mentioned that, Arielle. It's like weird to think about 21 years ago. Would we have seen that?
Yeah, but I
don't know.
It's a bigger event now, of course, like everything in sports, it's grown. Arielle, we'll see you coming up a little bit later with more from Ball Arena as we get ready for the Stanley Cup Final, Game 1.